Number one, they lack goals. They would live their life as if after 1 year, they'll perhaps see something at the end of the year coming from nowhere, something they don't work at. Number two, and very important, these guys would spend the entire income, so that you are always 30 days away from poverty anytime. Number three, these are people who would make savings, but then before the month is over, they have gone back into that savings to take a bit of it. So that if essentially they're just postponing consumption. Very common habit is ignorance of things like insurance for education and insurance for life, especially in the earlier young life when you still have lower commitments and can actually set aside money and achieve a long-term goal without the stretch on your pocket. Number four, because of this excessive kind of spending, they soon acquire credit cards without the knowledge of how to use them properly. So that then they turn a card into a debt by only paying a small proportion of the card, usually 10-20%, and then carrying the other 80% as debt throughout their lives. Now, credit cards are very expensive, and this does mess their cash flow substantially. The other one is either out of ignorance or out of choice, make late payments to interest-earning loans, so that essentially you begin to pay more money by way of penalty interest, and that does reduce your income. The net effect of the first 6 items I've discussed is that either your income is not there or your income is reduced. 6, not saving for unexpected events. Typically, we describe them as emergencies, so that when one of such issues come along, then they have to get out of their way to borrow money to deal with them. Already, you've messed up your cash flow. Another key habit is not tracking your money. So you really don't know which are your major expenses, so that what really takes away your money. And then living for others, or perhaps what we call for me too kind of lifestyle, where you try to live a life that makes you either fit into a group or that pleases people out of their own perceptions. Finally, and this is not very interesting, these guys have the habit of waiting for the salary to expand first, then one day they'll invest. They are losing a very key element called time, because investments require a little money put through a lot of time to produce more. You do more with that as opposed to when you have more money for a short time. Okay. Lastly, and a very peculiar habit, that this group of people tend to wait for their income to expand, so that one day when they have money, they will invest. Now, they are losing a very key element of investment called time. You need to put a little money along the way and give it more time to work. That way, you arrive faster at your goal than waiting for what you've no idea will come when.